Friends, hello and welcome back. We are on to our second episode of our 1 year Stanley Cup or bust rebuilds this season, and it doesn't get a lot more difficult than this. We have the Arizona Coyotes today. Their top players being Clayton Keller, Nick Schmaltz, and Jacob Chychrun. It looks like they have quite a bit of salary cap space here. We're going to find out here in a little bit. And they should, because they're an 84 overall. Actually, the Blackhawks have a low overall. But see, the Blackhawks have players. But the Blackhawks don't have caps. I don't know how much cap space they have. I can't imagine how much cap space. They still have $10 million and two guys. They got Seth Jones. The Blackhawks might actually be a bigger challenge than the Coyotes just due to not being able to spend any money. We're going to go and see what the Coyotes look like here, though. I got some great news, ladies and gentlemen. I may or may not have just found these have been missing. Gone for well over a month. Maybe two. I've been struggling. But I got my, I don't know what you call them. They're not gaming goggles, but it sounds cool if you call it that. They're your blue light blockers. They that you can buy on the internet. Blue light blocking glasses or whatever. And I like these better than my other ones. They're like an orangish tint. But anyway, I like wearing them because I don't know how you guys game. Personally, I like it being dark. And I've noticed, like, as I've gotten older, it's like I stare at these screens all day, and it's kind of bad for the eyes. My eyesight's already not good. It's like I should be taking care of my eyes a little bit better. And it's like I've been missing it. I do notice when you do wear it, personally, again, not an ad, not even going to tell you where I got them from. Actually, Amazon if you want them, but whatever. We're not going to hoard the goods. But I like it because I feel like my eyes get strained a lot easier when it's brighter. And I'm like, oh, this is great when I have them on. It's like I've been missing them. I've been struggling the last month just kind of riding it out because I didn't want to get them again because it was $75. I was like, that's a lot of money to be buying for another pair of glasses. I got to do that. I have to get a new contact. I mean, we're having some vision problems lately. The reason we got to get a new contacts is I don't know. We don't have, personally, I don't know if you know the difference between the hard contacts and like the soft ones, but I got the hard ones, and you can't just, buy a bunch of quickly recyclable ones that you can just replace every month. Like, you have to get it special ordered every time. It's like once you break one, you have to get a new one. They're expensive. It's like, I got to do that. We got a list of things, but we're going to take care of it. Just like we're going to take care of these 1 year rebuilds. Clayton Keller, best player on the team, 89 overall. You have Chychrun. Gostisbehere's probably got a contract. Yeah, $5 million. Schmaltz is getting 6.7. All right, then. Lawson Krause is getting 5. That's not reasonable for an 82 overall. I don't really like that. They got some lower end guys, Nemeth and Ritchie getting 2.9 each. So those are guys that we can move if we have to, I think. Oh, we got all sorts of players. Cassian's out there. Hayton's out there. 2 million, 3.7. So we definitely got some money to work with here. Currently sitting on 19 million in cash. I mean, we really could realistically get that close to 27, 28 million easily. And not, miss anything, which is great. Without moving any core players. But we have so much. We got a second line of 78 overalls. Let's call it what it is here. This team needs everything. It needs a first liner, an entire second line. Looking at the defense, it is actually good. We got a solid deep pair, Chychrun and Gostisbehere. Chychrun's still, elite potential, 24. So he might grow a little bit at 24. He might not. We'll see. But, solid defenseman there. We do need more. I would like to see a couple more 85 defensemen. I think that would be nice. On offense, really, I couldn't have been, I wasn't lying. We need everything. We need at least 4 players. And that would just be getting, we're going to try 4. We're going to try, Schmaltz is a two-way forward. I don't know how I feel about Schmaltz in the first line. He plays better in the second. We might try to pick up a center. I think that'd be a good idea. We can go center shopping. What is Clayton Keller? Playmaker, good passer, not so great on the shot, but he's a good passer. Then we pick up a goal-scoring winger. We get a center. Let's look at that first. We got some improvements to make for this team. How's the goaltending look? I forgot I'm about to go there too. Melka. I don't know how to say his name. We're on Corral. I clearly haven't watched a lot of hockey this season. I feel like I would watch a little more hockey, but A, I got to go to bed at 6:30, 7 o'clock for work, and B, the Blue Jackets, not saying I'm a fair weather fan, but it ain't doing too hot right now. We never really was a watch every hockey kind of guy in person. Personally, for me, it's maybe one every couple weeks or one a week or whatever on a weekend. watch a few periods or something. I don't know. I just wasn't always, unless it was like super meaningful games. I love watching meaningful games, but 80 game season, it's a lot. So we don't always watch as much. Love playing the game though. The game's fantastic. Let's go forwards. I really don't mind anybody. Like I said, we got so much cap space. I don't want to not as down and not have any cap space, but at the same time, it's like it is nice having the cap space. And if we can pick somebody up, we're gonna go 88 plus. We got to get a big fish for the first line. Yeah, Connor McDavid. They'd laugh at us. We obviously ain't getting these big fish. Those are a little bit too big. Panarin, Marchand, Kane, Huberdeau, Kaprizov. Oh, then we go down to an 88. Why? Oh, we're going by trade value. I don't care about trade value. Let's go overall. Yeah, there we go. Let's talk Sidney Crosby. We're going to pick up Sid the Kid. 8 bills. Pittsburgh's talking about moving. Yeah, we're going to pick him up. Crosby to the Arizona Coyotes. And we have literally no trade value. We can send them Geeky. Do we want to save Geeky? Can we get Crosby for a bunch of picks? We should have some great trade or draft pick value right now. That's going to be the difficult thing. We don't have any trade value. We're going to give him a first and a second for Crosby. And yeah, look at that cap space. We're still going to have 11 million in space. Really just a first and a second? There's no way. And there is no way. But it looked like the meter wasn't that far off. We're going to throw on. I got a lot of third round draft picks. That's nice. Arizona, why don't you totally unwilling to part ways? Arizona, why don't you have a lot of draft capital with how bad you are? You don't even have a first round? Oh, yeah, there's one. Okay. One first. I almost overreacted a little bit. 1 first and 2 or 3 seconds. So they do have some seconds, but I guess you have to have the players to trade that stuff. They really ain't willing to do it. I think we're being silly here, sending them thirds and seconds for Crosby. It's still Sidney freaking Crosby. It's still a second, 2 seconds, a third, and a first. Penguins have this great thing called a trade block. Again, we know how the trade system works in this game, but we're over here toying around for a good time. All right, we'll drop it. We're good. I'm sorry. It won't happen again. Do you have any goaltenders, by the way, Arizona, that are good? No. Okay. That'd be good to check out, just in case you had some prospects. So we'll go first. Oh, this is difficult. Now we better slow down a little bit. Now that I'm thinking about it, the difficult thing with Arizona is they don't have any freaking trade value anywhere. So I don't know if Crosby's even going to work. Because if we get Crosby, we still have to get a couple more players. Now, if we get Crosby, and then we go 80s, 84, 85s across the board after that, I think we could try that. I think we have to try that. We have to try a solid team here. Because we're just not going to be able to afford a bunch of big fish. We just aren't. We're going to try a first, and second for Crosby. And they're not going to take that with another second. I think we have to have Crosby, though. We have to have one of these guys that can put up a point per game, that can possibly carry a line. And there's no better guy than Sidney Crosby. And they're still totally unwilling to part ways with him. I don't know how deep we want to go here. But we need somebody to carry this team, period. I think we can move some of these seconds for some middle-of-the-pack guys. We're going to go another first for Crosby. So 3 firsts, 2 seconds. And there's the trade. Sidney Crosby is now an Arizona Coyote. All right, so that's taken care of. We got to go defense. We got to make sure we're budgeting for defense here. I think that's important. So we'll go defense. Again, the nice thing here is got some cap space. I think that's what we have to do here, especially is we have to find these guys that are cheap, trade value-wise, because of their contracts. Because Arizona can take that on. John Carlson's a guy like that. Alex Pietrangelo is a little bit higher on a contract. Drew Doughty's like that. Drew Doughty's really expensive, $11 million. Would you put the money into a Drew Doughty? I don't know if you can do that. Because, again, we're talking about being able to afford to do this. But that's probably how we're going to get our 84, 85s as well. So we might have to go somebody like, do we go Pietrangelo or Carlson? Does the trade value look the same? It looks about the same. We're going to try Carlson, trade for asset. Again, I know it's going to take a lot. We're going to give them a young stud. We'll give him Geeky. What is he? 2022 first round pick. All right, we're going to give him. He's all you guys is. We're going to give them. We're going to be over the skate organization limit here in a little bit. And I don't know. We're going to have to give him a first. Obviously. At least a first. How many firsts we got left? Not a lot. We'll give him a first. That's a lot. Arizona will be over the max 45 skater trade limit. Maybe we won't give them a first. I think we have to give him a first, though. It's John freaking Carlson. So we're going to give him you. We're going to be over the skate organization limit. And this is where things get difficult because I know they're not going to want like our lower tier players. I wouldn't think. They want Soderstrom. That can work. You guys want him? He's yours. Will that get us under the... Yeah, well, 50-50. That's perfect. Let's send him Soderstrom a second and Geeky for Carlson. They're not going to do that. Again, the trade meter is substantially big. I thought at some point in time, EA fixed this. I thought they did. I mean, we did trade for Crosby, but I thought they fixed that this year. Maybe they just added fancy X factors. I thought they fixed that where the trades are actually like decent. No, I don't want to say this is a decent trade. It's John frickin' Carlson. Don't get me wrong, but I mean when the trade meter's like balanced, it should go through kind of thing. If that makes sense. It's like we're clearly like doubling their trade meter. If that's not equal trade value, then don't say that it is kind of thing. So it makes it a little bit easier on the trades. Let's try a second, Soderstrom, Geeky. They're going to want a lot more than we thought we'd be able to will and deal for John Carlson. We're talking stud first-line center, stud first-line defenseman, building a core for this hockey team. And we're going to try to build around those guys. I think we can rock the goaltender we got. We're going to have to give up first. This is a lot. Clearly, they were not willing to will and deal in any other facets. So we're going to assistant GM best moves. And now we're going to try and see if we can move some contracts. If somebody's willing to take them on here. You're a perfect example. Cassian, you got to go. Who wants Cassian? Anybody? Oh, there's teams that want Cassian. Anaheim, come on down. Let's talk. What are you guys thinking? Second round pick? Yeah, that seems fair. Come on, Anaheim. Second rounder, baby. That was comical, I think. I bet Anaheim laughed when we sent them that. Let's try it for it. It just seemed like a good time. They don't want the board, but they want Cassian. Send it. Okay, we're not getting that. I don't know. Honestly, we're probably not going to get anything. If we can just get him off the books, that's a bonus. Let's try 6 without having to trade something else. And it's not going to happen, it doesn't look like. Which is interesting. You think for like a 7th, if they're interested in the player and you only giving up a 7th round pick, you think they're like, all right, slam dunk because we want that player. But that's clearly not the case here. Let's try giving you a 6th for your 7th. And they're still not even going to do that in order to take on that contract. It's a big contract. We're going to give him a 5th. It's not going to happen either. Let's see what we can work with here. I don't really want to go for it. I want to keep our current picks. We're going to give them a 2025 4th to see if that makes them interested. It's not. This is crazy. Let's see what this message said. Maybe they said we're close. A 4th and a 5th. Trade accepted. Okay, there we go. There's some cap space. We're back up to $72 million. A little bit of cap space. We can come back if we have to. We still need, again, some an entire second line, really. So we'll go back to forwards. We'll go... Again, it'd be nice to get 84 pluses. It'd really be nice to get some 85s in there. I just don't know if that's going to happen. I don't. Let's get rid of these expensive guys. We're not going to be able to afford these players. Let's put a cap on that. We'll drop you down to about an 88. We'll see if there's anything in that range. And we'll take a look here. Again, we'll go overalls. We're going to have to pay for some cheaper players, hopefully, with the high contract. If we can get we can get an 87, 88 overall. Like, Pavelski's not a bad. I don't like how old Pavelski is. That concerns me a lot. But he's got some great trade value. How's Pavelski looking here? 91 by 92 passing puck control. He's got a solid shot. He's a two-way forward, though. We'd be building a second two-way forward on that line. And we did want to try to get a sniper for that first line. Let's see if we can find a sniper for that first line and put with Crosby. Patrick Laine, he's got that ridiculous contract, though, and he's younger. Max Pacioretty might not be a bad one. How's Pacioretty's shot looking? 91 by 90, the sniper. Forward line 1, he would fit there. They're saying you put him there. He's a little cheaper than Laine. Contract's a little cheaper as well. Tavares, too expensive. Again, I do like Pavelski. It's just they don't respect him as a goal scorer, which fair enough. JT Miller. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. Might hurt the team morale. We'll go Max Pacioretty, literally, not figuratively in the game. Well, what was it that I seen that JT Miller said the other day? I forget it now. But I was like, how do you say that? It was something on Twitter. Somebody quoted a tweet that he said, or quoted something he said in an interview. I was like, I was taken aback that somebody would say something like that. Was it about their team? How do I forget that? Vancouver fans are probably all over it right now. They know what I'm talking about. But it's like, I didn't expect that to come out of the mouth of somebody that's supposed to be like one of the leaders of your team kind of thing. Anyway, let's look. We can give you. We got a lot of players. We can give you. We can give you Lemore. Lemro. Is it Lamoureux? Might be Lamoureux. Let's give him Lamoureux. We're gonna be up to 80.2. We can again move some contracts if we need to. We got a couple more laying around. We're gonna go ahead and give you a third. We might give you 2/3. Let's give you 2/3 in Lamoureux. There's no way we're gonna take that. Nah, totally unwilling. But again, I'm looking at the trade meter and thinking like, wow, this is balanced. But the game's like, nah, really, is it? That's what's throwing me off is the trade meter at the bottom. Like, I'm trying to go by that. Trade rejected, totally unwilling. 2 seconds. Again, we're getting Max Pacioretty. It's a pretty good player. I'm not going to be like, oh, we're sending them plenty. Like, nah, he's surely worth multiple seconds and a couple of thirds. Let's send it. There we go. Pacioretty, come on down. All right, so we got the first line short up. We do have 1 second liner because we're going to move one of our first liners down to the second line, of course. Let's talk about, again, who else can be moved off of this team. 2.9. There is players that want you, maybe, surprisingly. Hayton, that's because he's 22. We might keep Hayton because he's 22. Who else is here contract-wise? I think we scrolled past a couple of them. Let's get it. Yeah, Richie can go, I think. Richie, you can be out of here. Nemeth might not even be playing anymore. We'll see. We'll look at the rosters here in a little bit. Got to make a lot of moves with Arizona. I feel like we didn't make a lot for... Maybe we did. I was going to say, I don't think we did, though. I don't know how many we made for Anaheim. And things went pretty well, I think, for Anaheim, if I do recall there. What are you willing to send our way? Anything, Carolina says here. We'll give you a 5th. It is Nick Ritchie. He is a solid player still. Really what I'd like in return is just another 80 overall, but on a cheaper deal. Or even a 79 if that's what's got to be done. Like Derek Stepan. That'd be nice. I think he could be a good... Right? He's a solid bottom 6 guy. 2-way forward. Yeah, let's see if we can make that happen. 1-for-1 trade. They're not going to do that. Okay. But I think down the road, that's a guy that we're going to have on our team. So we're going to try to make this trade. You know, like later on, we'll be looking for this to try to make the trade. So we'll see if we can do this. Trade accepted, 6-round pick. Okay, that'll work. Best GM moves there. All right. Real quickly, let's take a look at the team. We got to make some more trades because we only have a first line. But I think the defense is starting to really look better. And depending on how well this first line comes together, Pacioretty, Crosby. Pacioretty's got no X factors. That's unfortunate. I say depending on how that comes together, that could be solid. But yeah, we're seeing Fisher's the second line. We can't... no offense to Fisher or anything, but we can't. He can't play a second line. He's not a second liner. Cross shouldn't be there either. What's Cross? He's a power forward. I mean, he could be a good third line guy. If we can get a center, a left winger, and a right winger, I think we'd be good there. I'd really like to see that +3, +4 range for that first unit, but it is what it is. Schmaltz, you can't go there. It doesn't look like anybody can go here. Interesting enough, we swap those around. That'll give us that way. Actually, we'll switch the wings like that. That's a +3, so that'll work. On defense, Chychrun and John Carlson. Pretty solid first unit. Is that what we want? Yeah, okay. And again, I'd like to pick up one more defender. If we could pick up about an 83-ish range defender and 2 wingers, I think we'd be good. I think that's the best we could do for Arizona. I think. It's hard telling. We might be able to do more. It's the matter of how much what we can get out of these draft picks that we got laying around. We're not going to have any left over, that's for sure, not with Arizona. We try to be sparingly use the draft picks in most of these, but it's just like, what are you going to do? Arizona is so far behind the 8 ball. Like, they got to trade their entire future away to get into playoff contention. Sorry to say it, Arizona, but that's what EA thinks at least. Like, we're just saying what we're told. So we have $4 million cap space. We got to be a little bit more conservative, I think, here. We'll go back down to, see if we can find some 85s. We don't need these 84 players, I don't think. We get a cheaper contract. Let's talk about Verhaeghe, the 2-way forward. I don't want a 2-way forward. That worries me. Oh, we said 85 is a minimum. Toffoli wouldn't be bad. Toffoli would be a goal scorer. I mean, Toffoli, really. I like Toffoli. I like Toffoli because I think he's good defensively, too. An 87 defensive awareness, 77 shot blocking. I always feel like he plays well in this game. Let's talk Tyler Toffoli. We're going to trade for Tyler Toffoli. We're going to be right up against the cap, clearly. But let's see what we can do here. Who's got some money to be shipped out the door? Nemeth. I think he can go. We'll send him somewhere. That'll open some cap space up. That'll help. Baird, we can get rid of Hayton. I think that's going to happen. Yeah, that's going to happen. They want Hayton's, right? Do they want Hayton? Yeah, he's green. Okay, they want Hayton. We're going to put him out there. And we're going to send you... Oh, he's got some trade value, too. Make sure we're not running ourselves out of centers here. That could be bad. But we'll send you him and a third. Seems pretty fair. Wow. Whew. Yeah. That'll work. All right. So we got one winger. We need one more. And we got 2.3 million in cap space. So I think we're doing all right in the cap. Cap department-wise, we're not doing too shabby here. We do want to get another middle-tier defenseman, which might cost some cash. So let's see if we can go cheaper somewhere else. Let's try Steve. I think Stevens is the two-way guy as well. He is. See, we don't go two-way on the second unit, and then they can't put up points. But it would be nice if they can play defense as well. You take some, you win some, you lose some kind of deal here. Connect these $5 million. Again, looking for some cheaper contracts. We're struggling here. I mean, we could go for an 84 if we had to. I don't know if we want to do that. The Husqvarna Garland, look, he's a sniper. I mean, do we put 2 goal scorers on the second unit? Would that be a good idea? Should we try that? Oh, we might try that. Garland might work. And really, that's it. We're going to be stuck paying $5 million for somebody else. We're going to try Garland. 26 years old, Garland. We're going to be over the cap, I'm assuming, indeed. Substantially over the cap. We're going to have to move, again, one of our more expensive players. And all things considered, we can look at free agency. And I go to entry-level contracts some guys, too. Let's try Boyd. Is it Boyd who wanted to move? Nah, it's not Boyd. It is Nemeth. Is that going to put us back under the cap? It will. That's great. And again, we'll be all right because when we pick up another defenseman, we'll just rotate those guys down. Nemeth won't play anyway, so we'll be good there. Let's try a third. That's not going to be enough. We'll try a little bit more than a third for Garland. What are they going to want? Maybe a second? We got 4 second-round picks in 2025, so we got some players that can be moved. Wow, they didn't take that. I thought they was going to jump all over that, honestly. Let's try a fifth. We are moving a contract. That's the thing. Totally barking up the wrong tree here. You are a bit off on the value, and it doesn't make... Okay. Yeah, we might have to just move Nemeth separately here. There we go. That'll take it. That'll work. Let's go back here. I want to take a look at the free agents real quick. Again, sometimes there's a lot. We're in, January. So probably not, but it doesn't hurt to take a peek. Let's see. We do have some 79. Joe Thornton's out there. Again, I mean, that's a good center for the fourth line if that's what we need. We can come back to that. Or DeKaiser, we can replace our current defenseman, Nemeth, that we just dropped. DeKaiser's not a bad option. Looking back at the lines, though, now we got... they wanted to Fuller in the first unit. That's not going to work. They did like Keller, and that's a better option. Did we not pick somebody else up? We have Schmaltz, Toffoli, Fisher, Keller. Who did we just trade for? Stepan. Oh, he's making cap space. Okay, I was going to say, what just happened? No, that's not right. Who did we just trade for? Who's scratched? Who's not playing? It's Garland. Okay, it's Garland we picked up. I was going to say, I knew we just signed somebody. What am I missing here? So we'll drop... We'll pick in Garland. That'll work there. A sniper, we'll put him up on the second unit. I like that better. I feel better about that top 6. We got Boyd. We got Stepan. The bottom 6 still could use a little work. Whoops, what did I do? I do not want to do that. We could go to defense. We got Chicken Carlos. First and foremost, we got to get another defender, I think. We'll go defender to play with Goss to spare. See what we can work with here. It'd be nice to get another good player. I think we do, surprisingly, we've kind of made this work. We have a little bit of draft capital still. We haven't traded away the entire farm system, which could still happen depending how this season starts for this team. But right now, it's not too shabby. We're going to try the 83 plus range for the second unit guy. Where's the contract thing at? Is it down here? That's overall. Do they not have a contract thing anymore? Select rating, select rating, select rating. Handing this player type, player role. I feel like we talked about this last time. When did they get rid of the contract thing? Age max, age minimum. Yeah, salary minimum max. Okay, I was going to say, I didn't think they got rid of it. I remember using it. Let's try 4 million. See what's out there. Again, we got no cap space. We might have to go lower than 4 million. Balance. There was some cheap guys out there. Let's go cheap guys first. 83, Mark Giordano. He is entry level. Nobody wants it. I think that's a good pickup. That's some good depth. Is he an offensive defenseman or two-way in this game? Two-way. He's on the Leafs right now. I like the Giordano pickup. I think that would be solid, but we might need another defenseman after that. So Bowen Byron would be a great pickup. A little expensive. Yeah, Giordano might be our best bet. We're going to have a lot of 83s. We can go cheap on Giordano here. I think that would help us out. We're going to move. Yeah, I'm sure you would like Crosby. That'd be great. We would too. I think the whole country would. Who are we moving? Most 1, 2, 3, 4. So it would be Stetcher would probably go. Yeah, let's drop Stetcher. We'll go to Stetcher, and as far as draft picks are concerned, what do we got left here? We got some seconds. We used 1, 2, 3. Oh, we used all of our first except for one. We do have one first left. I think at some point we have to let this team play a little bit and see what happens and possibly make some trades. We'll send you that for Giordano. They said that's not going to happen. Let's try a 7th. Let's read the message this time. Yeah, I was going to say, I didn't think they wanted much more than that. Assistant GM best roster. Let's go ahead and draw this lineup up. I'm feeling good about the team. I'm be honest. When we started this, I was like, I don't know how this is going to possibly work. They was missing so many players. We brought in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4 players for the top 6. We brought in 2 more for the top 4 on defense. Again, we're going to put Keller here. What did I miss? Was that not just a +3 earlier? Oh, it's Toffoli. There we go. Put you here, you here. Garland, Smoltz, Toffoli. Third line, you got Fisher, Boyd, Stepan, Kraus, and Bukestad. I think we might want to build up that third unit a little bit more still. I don't like how's Fisher look. I don't know if I like Fisher here. Yeah, his defensive stats aren't the greatest either. Yeah, we might go one more player on this bottom 6. On defense, though, I'm liking what we got. Chirkin, Carlson. I mean, you got Giordano that doesn't want to play with Gostisbehere. It's not what I wanted to see. That's unfortunate. We'll leave you there then. We'll see what can happen. Will this change? Nah. Okay, so we'll try it like that. I mean, it doesn't hurt to have a good guy in the bottom unit either. We'll give that a try. Do we go ahead and pick up one more depth guy on offense first? I think we try that. Let's see if we can find somebody, 82 range. Not looking for somebody pricey or anything. No big flashy guy. If he's cheap, that'd be great. Just a little extra depth, a little more defensive prowess for that bottom 6, who might have a little bit better skill set still than Fisher if we can possibly find one here. We'll go 82 plus. And again, we're going to drop that salary down to about as low as it can go because we are tight on contracts now. But we had to make the most of the cap space, and that's kind of what we did here. We still have $1 million in space, which is nice as well. So let's go cheapest player, cheapest. Oh, we don't even need to go cheapest player. There's somebody out there that we can trade for. Cole Caulfield's an 86. Good for him. Lucas Raymond, that'd be a good time. We ain't putting him on the third line. That'd be kind of disrespectful. I mean, we could, but Trevor Zegras is cheap. Now I want to trade for another player. But we already set up that second line. We could trade for a center. And that might work. Actually, let's talk about it. Let's talk about Trevor Zegras. Because we got 2 snipers. Let's see if we can get Trevor Zegras. We got 2 snipers. This is going to be a hard trade to pull off, I understand. But we have 2 snipers playing with the power forward right now. If we could somehow put a good playmaking center between those 2, that might be really good. I don't think we're going to get the trade value, though. We only have that 1 first left. We'd have to send them the entire house. We'd have to send them 2 seconds. Yeah, we only have 1 first left. I'm imagining we're way away. That seems like an overpay according to the meter, though. Go ahead and take that. Totally unwilling, the Ducks say, as expected. We don't have a lot to offer. Man, would it be nice to pull this trade off, though. Totally unwilling to part ways. You aren't where you need to be in trade value, nor are we particularly interested in what you have to offer. We're going to drop Smith. That is the best we can do. We're offering you literally everything we have left. Maybe we should have... Oh, no, we have 1 more first. We have 1 more first. A little bit nervous. A big trade. We was going to save some picks for later in the year. But at the same time, you don't want to put yourself too far behind the 8 ball to where we're later in the year and you're like, oh, we can't come out of this hole. And you want to make sure your team's built to win now. 2 firsts, 2 seconds for Trevor Zegras. Trade accepted. All right. Again, we're going to best lines this team. And the team is complete. We might actually have to come back for a backup goaltender, and be honest. I forget what we had. We have 79? So you're going to go here. I mean, what would Trevor Zegras look up? I'm really good. Yeah, figured. Moving on to center. Well, if it gets bad, we can swap them, I think. That would be nice. That'd be an option. But yeah, you put Garland, Toffoli with Zegras. Two guys that can score goals. I think they'll play well together. Then you have Smoltz. Boyd can go on the second unit now on the wing with him. So I like that a lot better. I don't know Smoltz feel about being a third liner. He is now, though. He's still getting that paycheck. He'll be all right. And that's it. You know, we're going to leave it like that. Again, the goaltenders, yeah, it's not even an option. A 76 overall goaltender is just too low to be playing in this game. You know, you can make just about anything work with goaltenders. Except the 76 overall one. That's probably a little low. Anything 80 range, 79, 80, be like, all right, that'll work. But I think we're going too low there. So we're going to go, let's try to get an 80. Let's try to get a good goaltending duo here. Solid backup for this team. Try to keep the momentum going when he's playing out there. We'll go 80 to 83 range. And we'll see what's out there. Anything, really. I mean, we're pretty content with just about anything. We have no trade value. Philip Grubauer's out there. He's too expensive. That's not going to happen. That's too expensive. It might end up happening. Let's talk Comrie here. Comrie's young. Now we can go. Grice is 36. I don't like that. Gustafson's 24. That might be interesting. Let's try to get Gustafson here. I like Gustafson. That's a good idea here. A little backup goaltender. Solid action here. We'll go ahead and give you our backup goalie. There you go. He's solid. He's got starter potential. You're not interested. That's all right. We'll do you a little favor. I was kind of ignorant of us. We'll throw on a draft pick. We'll throw on a third. We'll throw on a third round pick. Let's see what kind of trade value you guys need for this guy. Not a lot. That's perfect. Accepted. That's great. Go to roster moves. We're going to do this ourselves so we don't have to re-edit the lines for like a third time. We're going to go ahead and move. That's it, I think, right? Just a goaltender. Fill that baby up. There you go, Gustafson. Welcome to the Arizona Coyotes. Your future Stanley Cup winning Arizona Coyotes on the power play. Zegras, Gosper, Carlson, Keller. He can't take that off the power play. See, the thing is, Gosper is such a good two-way defenseman, offensive defenseman. It's like, you really want to get rid of that, but it's like, yeah, kinda. We had Crosby, Zegras. Hang on a second. Let's take a look. Crosby, Zegras, Keller. Yeah, I'd like to get Pacioretty on the power play if we can. Pacioretty. Yeah, let's make sure we're going for... why can't I see who's highlighted right now? Am I lost? I think I'm lost. Let's click on this again. That's Carlson, right defense. There we go. I thought it was messed up. There we go. Carlson, right defense. Pacioretty. Where are you? Right there. We'll put Pacioretty in there. Changing current line. And then power play 2. I'm sure Pacioretty's still on that unit. No, they changed. No, they didn't. So we'll put Gosper on that line. I think that'll work. I think that'd be better. I like that better. That give us a +5 on the power play. That's pretty solid. On defense, Devon, Boyd, Giordano, and Carlson seems solid. Penalty kill 2. Crosby, Smoltz. Yeah, we can work with that. Let's see what we can do here, though. Whole lot of changes being made. I don't know. I feel kind of good about it. I do. I feel pretty good about this Arizona team. We'll see what they do. A very winnable division, by the way. See what the goaltending does. I think the defense is going to be an interesting situation. We do still have Giordano on that third line. We could bolster up the defense a little bit. But I really want to see how this offense plays. Right now, 0-2, not so hot. 0-3, or 0-2-1, not so hot. First win as a team. There we go. Get the ball rolling a little bit. Losing in overtime to the Blue Jackets, beating the Winnipeg Jets. Arizona's starting to warm up a little bit here. Back playing some positive hockey. Lost to Buffalo. A lot of overtime games. 8-7 to the Devils. That's something you don't want to see. Something to keep your eye on there for this team and this defense. Again, we was talking about it. You can't be giving up a lot of goals. There's a good game there. Two shutouts in the last 3 games there. So pretty solid play in there. They're playing teams tough. I want to get to December 28th. We'll get a little Christmas break action in. And take things from there with the Arizona Coyotes. 12-10. Again, they're feeling like a playoff, or not a playoff team, but a 500 hockey club right now. Anything can happen. You can catch this hot spell and things will change. But I'm feeling very 500-y. But 17-13 still is not. I want to sim up a couple more games. I know you catch these hot spells. It takes some time for the team to get some chemistry. It's like they start winning some games. And we're going to be looking at this team differently. We're going to be looking at who we should trade and who we should move. I mean, they're 20-14. They're starting to win some hockey games. They're 6 games above 500. They're right on the brink of being in the playoffs. And then they lose a bunch in a row. All right, we can stop. 20 and 18 and 4. Again, the thought and the feeling was right. The team is going to be a 500 hockey club if we don't make some changes. So let's look here. Keller's 29 points. Why are we not scoring points, fellas? Crosby's got 36. Pacioretty's got 25. We can't change the top unit. I mean, we can. We could put Zegras up there. But, I mean, we can't change, we can't pick up anybody else. We're kind of invested in these guys. The bottoms, the third line's looking great. The fourth line's looking treacherous. We can pick up some fourth line help. And on defense, how's the defense looking? This is a concern of ours. +8 for Gostisbehere, -2 for Carlson. So that's nice. I just realized they moved Gostisbehere up there with Carlson. Chikrin's a -2. Moser's 0. Yeah, the defense is playing solid. 4 points there. You're not going to get a lot of points out of these guys. I don't really mind what the defense is doing. I think they're holding up. It must be his turn to start. 913 save percentage, 17 wins, 34 games played. Yeah, the fourth line needs a little work. And we're getting to desperate times, call for desperate measures. That would boost up the first unit. None of these guys can play center, right? I don't think so. 70 draws, 767, 60. Yeah. So Pacioretty would go on the wing. Who's the better defender? Garland or Toffoli? Who's the better producer? Garland's putting up more points. Toffoli's and the better defensive player from a plus-minus standpoint as well so far this season. Garland is. We'll see what he's doing this season. Toffoli. He's got 17 giveaways, 24 takeaways, 17 hits, 7 blocks. Garland's got that's not the button I was looking for. 17 takeaways, 14. So it does look like Toffoli's a slightly better player defensively. So we'll move Toffoli down the line. Smoltz goes back. I forgot we had Smoltz. Okay, that's nice. So Smoltz goes back there. And then Toffoli goes on the side. I'm afraid, though. See, this is what the problem is. Now we're going to be messing with our third line that's been playing really well. But we have to try it. We have to try something to put some goals on the board. And play some defense. So let's see if we can find a little bit of depth action here again for that third line, fourth line. I mean, if we could pick up a couple players, that'd be great. Get rid of those 79s in general. We'll see what we can do. We'll go 80. I'm going to go 81. Want to go 81 plus? Let's try a little 81 plus action. Or not. What did I just do to reset that? I didn't even know there was an option in this game. We'll go a little 81 plus action. So we can draw up here. There you go. 81 to 83. We're going to have some cheap contracts. Who's on sale? Entry-level action would be great here. Anybody that's out there we're interested in. Oh, yeah, we're definitely interested in. Yeah, that's a little expensive, though. A little bit out of our pay grade. Zach Parise is a playmaker. I know Zach Parise is a two-way forward now. How's he been playing? -1. 20 points. I don't know, though. I mean, I don't mind that. How's Parise looking this season? He ain't been playing a lot. 25 takeaway. His giveaways are up, but he has been playing some solid defense. Corey Perry. Corey Perry's a grinder. Dang, the way things have changed. I love it, though. It's kind of cool to see, the way players are changing. 39 takeaways, and he's just giving a puck away so freaking much. He's playing a lot more. He's playing 15 minutes, so that explains it. He's a +3. I do like the Corey Perry idea. Again, we like to find a team that might have two players we can trade for. We're not trading for Milano, who's a sniper. Perry, Milano. Asplund is... What's Asplund? He's a two-way forward. One's been a first line. That's not going to happen. How is he this season? -3. We'll go away. Heinen's a -7. Kuzmenko is solid, it looks like. He's a sniper. We can't do that. Formetin off of Ottawa. Again, a sniper. Bunting is the -13. He is not doing too hot there. What did we say? Who was it? Nah, he's a sniper. So we can go after two players over there on the Islanders, but that's not going to work. 2-way forward, 83. And I don't like that. I think we're going to go back up. And was it Perry? Yeah, it's Corey Perry. Let's take a look at Corey Perry. See if there's a team that's got some depth. I mean, it's definitely the Tampa Bay Lightning because they have all them solid players. With cheap depth, I should say. They have all them top-notch players, but they have to go cheap on the bottom players. So we look there. I mean, would they give us Paul? The center winger combo? I mean, that'd be a nice addition. We give him a line mate. That's going to be tough to pull off, but we're going to see if we can do it. We're going to have to give him some players, and that's all right. We can afford to do that. Let's take a look here. Who we're dropping? All of you guys. I think Gunther's got to go. No, Gunther's not playing. Fisher can go. Mayo can go. All you guys with these bad plus minuses, you can be walked straight out the door. Was it Maselli? Nah, he's a +9. Carlson Kelly gonna make a reset. That's great. See, we did not fix that problem in the game. -11, Stepan. Stepan's in struggling. He's a center though, and he's 70. I mean, we can replace him. I thought Stepan was gonna be a good addition. What's he been doing? Why is he struggling so much? 17 takeaways, 25. He's struggling. He don't need to be here. He's really struggling. Stepan, you can go. Wanted to try to keep a center if we could, but you're out of here. And I didn't realize Gunther had so much trade value. Wow, we could really do some damage with Gunther. Come to look at it. Gunther could go. We could pick up some more players. Oh, that'd be fun. Who do we want? Who do we want for Gunther? A defenseman? We're going to go Stepan. Are we over the player limit? Yeah, I thought I clicked on him. It didn't. We're looking at Stepan and Fisher? Yeah, Fisher's out of here. See you later, Fisher. We'll do those two players. I know Tampa. That's a great trade, right? We just traded just two of the worst players on the team for a couple of your solids. That seems like a good deal. Seems like something to do for us. They're going to say no to that. We'll throw in a second. I mean, we're reasonable. We got a couple seconds laying around. We had like 4 of them in next year's draft. We'll give you a second. We'll give you a fourth. Are we getting close? A thing called a trade back. When you guys can cough up. You told him unwilling. You sent this one to trade for our needs. So we're not going to. We would take Derek Stepan if you decide to try again. Okay, that's great. Let's try one more time. I'm going to go to third. I'm going to drop the fourth. They don't want to do that. Okay, maybe we'll keep the fourth. I keep the fourth on there for you. A little depth action. Thank you very much. What best roster is that? And then take a look. I don't know. I'm thinking about that Gunther now. We might go to the trade deadline and see where this team's at and see what we really need. I still like the idea of another defenseman. Very defense happy. But yeah, we're going to put Zegras up here. We'll move Smoltz up to second. I still like the idea of another center. If you could move it for another center. Because that third line was playing so well together. And you don't break up the third line. You have some depth on the fourth line. I'm thinking about that. We're taking a chance with the defense we have and hoping that'll work. But if we can have Zegras on that first unit, and if we put somebody up there with Garland and Pacioretty that help these guys score some goals, I kind of like it. How's Zegras been playing this season? We're talking him up like he's an all-star. 26 points, 16 minutes. That's not bad. For the second line. Yeah, we could see some growth, but it ain't horrible. Let's take a look. Let's take a little look. The cool thing I think what I like about this is, I mean, we traded away a lot, but you bring in guys like Zegras, like you build around guys like that. So it's not all terrible or it's like, oh, I traded away everybody and there's no future. It's like there are some players that you can still build around. So that's good. We're going to try 85 plus. Again, contracts an issue. I don't even know if we can. I don't know if we're going to be able to make this work. We'll try 3 million. We'll see what's out there. Case Thompson, Cole Caulfield. Caulfield would be a great time. We got Zegras already. Big Bob Thomas. 6 points, 22. Two-way forward. Martin Nachas. How's he doing in the dot these days? A playmaker, that'd be great. 75. Not good. Dang it. Stutzla. Playmaker, can't win faceoffs. Yeah, these guys are too young. How's Stevenson looking? 36 points. Okay, all right. You got my attention. You got my attention, Chandler. Let's talk. Oh, we're bringing Bergeron. 32 points. I don't know. Bergeron would be a nice addition. You think they'll send us Bergeron? Let's talk Bergeron. We could go. Nah, let's go Bergeron. We're trying to help this defense. What better than bringing in one of the best defensive centermen in the league, even at his age now? A guy that can control possession of the puck, something so important in the sport of hockey. Actually, yeah, we'll do that. Bergeron, and then we're gonna send them. Who do we say we're sending them? Gunther. Where you at, buddy? Where you at? Where'd he go? Where'd he go? Is he gone? Did he disappear? There he is. Send it straight up. Yeah, we'll send that straight up. Arizona will be over the league, make some salary cap. Okay, we're not going to send it straight up. That's not going to work. All right, I lied. We're going to be over by 250K. All right. All right. We're good right there. How about that? Still over the cap. All right. 250K wasn't enough. Let's try. Excuse me. They're not going to take this because of that salary cap. Oh! They wanted the future. Now we're making trades that ain't good for Arizona's future. I'll be honest. We just traded away that. It's funny. We were just talking about it. It's like, oh, I made some solid trades. Some guys that you can kind of build around here. Crosby's a little old, but, okay, never mind. Now we didn't. How'd you guys let me get away saying that? Patrick is 34. We got a really ancient team. We're trying to win right now. What you got to do. So who is struggling out of these guys? 6 minus 11. Well, Austin Cross was really struggling. It might have been the guys he was playing with. So we're bringing Corey Perry. Maselli's been solid. We might bench Lawson Krause still and just see what happens. Travis Boyd's 12 points. I'm going to. We're going to get rid of Krause. Who are we bringing in? Center, Patrice Bergeron. Going to be a solid pickup here. We're going to move Bergeron up to the second line. What about Bergeron looking at first line? Now you didn't get the abilities to be doing all that. Move Bergeron there. That's great. We'll put Smoltz here. We'll put Toffoli where Perry is. Because I like the way Maselli's been playing on that second unit with Smoltz. And we're going to run that. We're going to run that for the rest of the season here. Hopefully moving these guys around, adding some power to that first line can put this team in the playoffs. Again, it's so important with the superstar abilities and everything like that this year. The X factors that you get those guys on a line so you get that +5. And that's one of the things that's like, well, Zegras was on the second line. We wasn't getting a boost. Even with him on the second line, it wasn't helping his line mates out. It's like, let's put these guys together. And let's just see if we can have a dominating first line. A second line that can put up average points for a second line. The third line that's been dominating, really. Let's face it, they've been playing great. The defense has been solid together. And now we're seeing Arizona really start to win some hockey games here. We're going to be a buyer, even though we're not going to do anything. We're going to continue simming. I mean, they're 33-23. Just a small little shakeup can make the world of difference for this team. Bring in a guy, some locker room presence, good leader, a good defensive-minded forward that can also make plays, and Patrice Bergeron. Move Zegras up to that first unit and gets a chance to play with some studs up there. Whew. Things are looking good in Arizona. Arizona has creeped into second place in the division. I don't know why I was thinking it was in the West. That was my mistake. I was saying it was an easy division. It really isn't. Second place in the division. I'm going to draw the Dallas Stars. 48-26. At the very least, they put together a solid season. Crosby led the team in points at 76. 124 points for the Avalanche. 102 points. It was a really good season. 2.83 goals for. Again, the goaltending, the defense was solid. 2.57 goals against. Arizona, or Dallas, I should say, playing solid as well. A little bit weaker on the defensive side. Surprising for Dallas. Usually a pretty solid defensive team. Winnipeg 2.8. Minnesota 2.5. 2.8, my mistake. 91 points. So, again, a little bit weaker. They're 91 points made the playoffs. Wildcard team. Barely. But you best believe you're going to get the Colorado Avalanche, a dominating Colorado Avalanche team in the second round if you win. You got Crosby there. Bergeron still finished with 62 points. He's a +2. How did he play for us? I'd like to see. That'd be a good addition, I think. Arizona had 29 points in 40 games. He played really well. Positive player, 29 points. I like that. I think these guys came together really well. Crosby, again, we've seen it. He had 76 points. Zegras, 50. I think he turned it up a little bit there late. Positive play out of this team. +5 for Carlson, Smoltz, Garland, Toffoli. Again, we changed up that fourth line. You can see the difference there. Corey Perry, a +2. Maybe you can't see the difference. I think Boyd struggled still. What did Boyd do? You can't see the difference. I got to look at Corey Perry to see the difference because he was traded here to Corey Perry's -1. Oh, it's not bad. Close to even there. We'll take that. Goaltenders, 2.64 goals against 911 and a 922. How about Philip Gustafson? Playing really well as that young man backing up in this team. Again, Dallas in the first round. Can we do something with LA Dallas Stars? Here we go. Game number 2. Got to come back here. Got to win this one. They're going to lose a second straight is Arizona. Game 3. There's a dub. A 2-0 shutout of the Dallas Stars. Getting back on track. Big win on the road. 2 in a row. Blanking the Dallas Stars. 6 straight periods. Can we make it 9? Oh my goodness. Arizona's defense all of a sudden finds another gear. A 2-1 win. Dallas has 1 goal in 3 games. They cannot find the back of the net to save their lives right now. And they couldn't again. Arizona just put on an absolute clinic. 2 goals in 4 games. That is an impressive team defensive performance. Great goaltending. That's going to get you far in this game. Here we go. 3-0 loss in game 1. But blanking Minnesota in game 2. Again, defense wins championships. You see things get gritty in playoffs. And Minnesota, they heard. They heard all about the Arizona Coyotes and how well they've been playing defensively. They dropped a 6th spot in game number 3. Here we go. Game 4 at Minnesota. Going to win that one 3-1. Right back on track here. I am really impressed with how this Arizona Coyotes team has been playing in playoffs defensively. They're going to lose that game in overtime. Here we go. Minnesota, game 6. Got to win this one. Arizona, 1-0 early. Pacioretty with the goal on Marc-Andre Fleury. 2-1 after 2. Boldy getting a goal there for the Minnesota Wild. Here we go. Power play, Arizona. Will we put one in the back of the net? The answer is no. Had a really long power play. They got some good shots on net. Fleury standing tall and strong over there. Minnesota killing off that, or Minnesota coming up empty on the power play as well. Arizona 2-1 lead. Power play chances of getting an insurance goal. Minnesota gonna tie this hockey game late in the 3rd. We're gonna head to overtime. I'm trying my best, fellas. I know I probably don't sound as enthused. It's like when I start talking a lot, it's been a couple weeks now. It's getting better. But I'm still like that scratch in my throat. When I start talking a lot, it's like I can feel like I'm about to start coughing like crazy. Which it's like that dry cough action. It's like I lose my breath, can't talk. And it's like I'm about to be struggling. I can feel it coming out. It's like I'm trying to keep it together. Because, longer video, hour of talking, like that's what it's like, oh, it's gone. It's like, oh, maybe not completely because we're yabbing for an hour straight. Here we go. Overtime. Minnesota, Arizona. Arizona needs to score to stay alive. Minnesota trying to advance to the conference finals. Power play came up empty-handed. We are 10 minutes in to what will be continuous overtime in the playoffs. Minnesota looking for a goal. Arizona trying to stay alive. Crosby peppering shots on net. And period number 4 has ended. We're going to go to a period number 5. Double overtime. Arizona puts one in the back of the net. We just named him earlier. Sidney Crosby says, I want to win one more still in my career. Arizona is going to go to the game 7 with a chance to go to the conference finals. And did Minnesota beat the Avalanche? Did we just gloss over that? Dang, you talk about a team playing some hockey. Bergeron, Chychrun, here we go. 3-0 after 2. Minnesota is on the verge of getting blanked in game number 7. There it is. Addison with the goal. Another power play. Arizona's got to be careful there. Had a chance to give up goals in back-to-back in a quick short span, or in a short span. Could have been dangerous. Another power play for Minnesota. Another kill for this Arizona Coyotes defense. Arizona looking strong. Arizona is going to win this one 4-2. Arizona is going to head to the conference finals against the Vancouver Canucks. Game 1, big fat dub, 6-4 victory. Heading out west to Vancouver those first 2 games. Split the series. You got to be happy with that. Oh, I got to lose game 3 at home, though. So you got to be happy winning 1-1 on the road. Got to win the home games, though. They're going to lose 2 straight against Vancouver. Vancouver is playing some very good hockey right now. Arizona just trying to stay alive. Blanked after period 1, 1-1 after period 2. JT Miller, Patrice Bergeron, both respectively scoring some goals. Shot there by Crosby on Thatcher Demko. Demko playing some stellar puck as well. 5-on-4 power play, empty-handed for the Arizona Coyotes. Little momentum for the Vancouver Canucks after that power play. We'll see if they can capitalize on it. Big shot there by Travis Boyd. Nothing going to happen. We're going to overtime. Overtime, power play, Canucks. See if they can get a goal. They're going to get nothing. Arizona with a big kill there. Tanner Pearson with the shot on net there. Arizona trying to do their best. Got some good young goaltending here, by the way. Seeing it stand out right now. 5-on-3 power play. And Arizona comes up empty-handed. Wow, we're going to go to a period number 5. Arizona's second double overtime game. Arizona's second double overtime winner. Nick Schmaltz. And this is why we say those 3rd and 4th line guys are so important. You get the playoff hockey, and teams worry so much about one-on-one, your ones versus your ones, making sure they're not the ones that beat you. And you really depend on those 3rd and 4th line guys sometimes to grind goals across for you. Nick Schmaltz just did it there. Carlson Toffoli with the goals. Arizona was up, but Pedersen and the fellas going to bring this game right back even to a piece. Vancouver with a chance to go to the Stanley Cup right now if they win. Arizona just trying to take this to a Game 7 back-to-back-to-back. Power plays there. Both teams coming up empty-handed. Both teams' penalty kills have been stellar so far in this series. Vancouver jumps ahead. 1 goal there. Dries with the goal. Arizona brings it right back. Max Pacioretty, and overtime is coming once again. Arizona has been stellar in overtime thus far. We'll see if they can continue the trend. Power play Vancouver penalty has been killed off halfway through period number 4. Power play again for the Canucks. Arizona's power penalty kill once again kills it off. Zegras on Demko, nothing doing there. We're going to a second double overtime of this series. Arizona has won 2 in a row in double overtime. Can they make it 3? They cannot. Kuzmenko with the goal. We looked at possibly trade. It's crazy. We was looking at trading for this guy. I think he knew about it. He knew all about us thinking about making that trade. They seen we passed up on him, a little extra chip on his shoulder. And the Stanley Cup may be about to go to the Vancouver Canucks. It is. The Vancouver Canucks are going to win the Stanley Cup. Arizona, though, made it dang near to the Stanley Cup. Game 7 of these conference finals, you have to be happy with that performance there. As always, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.